Alright, well hello again YouTube, AJ Shaver here again. Everything's kind of warming up. It's still on the cooler side this weekend, but I got to get some bundle wood put out. So what I wanted to show you, we're going to take some of the big stuff like this one behind me. Not that it's huge, but still it's bigger than what I normally process. It's about maybe 18-20 inches. So we're going to throw that up on the 1824 diesel, use the tool cat and the brute force log grapple. Going to just bucket up into rounds, and then we'll use our big debris bucket to carry those rounds over to one of the SplitForce units. And then I'm going to use my 6-cord bags. I think I'm going to use the SF-9. I can get that right next to the output table, sweep it off, and just use that for storage before we go ahead and wrap everything up into bundle wood. So let's finish getting things warmed up, and we'll get it loaded up and start making little pieces out of big pieces. Alright, well there's two reasons that I like using the processor for bucking up my rounds like this. One, it's a consistent length every time, even if you have one of those fancy paint guns that go down the log, between using that positive log stop like you saw there at the beginning, but also at the end of like that last log holder is also 16 inches, so that just saved me flipping, you know, the cut guide back and forth, the positive stop back and forth each time. So I was just bringing the wood out to the edge of that last log holder, which is 16 inches, and then bucked them off. The second thing I like using the processor for every time that it makes a cut it's perfectly 90 degrees. So it's not like if you're going to with your chainsaw, you can kind of have that sloped piece. On these verticals, if it's not a nice true square cut piece, it can kick around or walk a little bit. So on the processor, I get that nice straight edge every time. If you do have a slight taper to it, I like putting that taper into the I-beams. That way, as pressure comes down, the log wants to move. It doesn't have anywhere to go but into that vertical mass. So we're going to be using the SF-9tr. This is the self-propelled. You saw me drive over here with it. This is a 2024 leftover, so we have it marked down. I've already got some demo time on it from the Paul Bunyan show. It's just been around the wood yard. Had a couple people kicking around the idea of buying it at the end of the year, but she's still here. It's already got some scuffs on it, so I'm going to continue doing that on this one unit versus scratching up a new one for the potential next buyer or new buyer. With this, with all of the SplitForce units, not only this one, everything from the table up is identical. It's the same vertical mass, the same cylinder, the same wedge, the same log lift, the same table thickness, and even the same table height, except for the highway towable one that has the bigger tires, which brings it up like another 2 inches. But I have our 6th cord mini log lift firewood bag here on the forks, and as you can see, I'm just going to be sweeping the wood right into that bag, and I'm not going to skip a beat with it at all. For those of you that say I only process nice stuff, these are full of knots and lumps and just really not very nice chunks of wood, but we're going to put them across this. So without further ado, I'm going to fire this up and make small pieces out of big pieces. Stay tuned. Was it perfect? No. Was it real world? Oh yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to run it regular speed or if I'm going to run it in, you know, the high speed piece, time lapse. And but once that oil warmed up, you could hear the difference in the pump cycling back and forth. Now remember, this is just the 9 horsepower motor going up against that 2-stage pump. On the bigger machines, the 11 horsepower or the 13 horsepower, it really utilizes that 2-speed or a 2-stage on the pump itself for the extra pressure. But this little 9 horsepower motor is definitely working. Does it get the job done? Yep. Could it be more powerful? Yes. And that's why we offer an engine upgrade or just the bigger models. So 1/6 of a cord, we've measured it out. That's verified. I'll look at the time here to see what we did that in. But again, we're not doing like the bigger pieces for, you know, home heating stuff. I mean, we're talking, you know, that's what's in the bag. And I would be very happy, you know, wrapping something like that up for our, you know, 1.25 12-inch by 12-inch by 16-inch bundles that we sell over at the hardware store. This is just maple, nothing too spectacular like our hickory or the cherry for the barbecue guys, but nice 1/3 of a cord, so, or a 1/3 of a cord, a 1/6 of a cord. So we'll get a couple wraps out of this and sell it over there. So again, this is our SF-9 from SplitForce. If we can earn your business with the sales quote, give me a phone call. It's 833-SPLITTER. That's 833-775-4887. Would love to earn your business. Give us a phone call. Happy to answer any questions, even tell you about the bigger units that we have available as well, or how to upgrade something like this on your own build. We do have different color options. But yeah, this is a 2024 that we have on sale. I believe the advertised price is $11,800, picked up here in Dallas, Pennsylvania. So again, would love to talk to you, would love to earn that business. 833-SPLITTER, 833-775-4887, or you can email me, sales@shaverequipment.com. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.